Thank you very much. And let me show you. Okay, I will start from the first and the most important part of everything that we're saying. It's core idea of the presentation. Today, this is about the way how is to work with the liquidity, and we will not use on the workshops a lot of abstract words. It will be completely concentrated tutorial, step by step, how it's work in reality, and be patient in this case, because you are on the territory of cryptocurrency, and it means that whenever we showing to you any type of tutorial, it's a conversation about different application, different software, some of which created by our team, and some by Uniswap, some by Ton, the blockchain team, some by Base, and so on. So it's a mix of different applications, and we just explain the way how it works in current situation. Disclaimer: even this presentation cannot be considered as any call to action to make any investments. It's not a promise of any profit, and it's not an offer to provide to somebody an asset management services or any type of financial services. So please, let's assume that this disclaimer announced in full extent. We are a startup, and we providing our users with the possibility to work with our native tokens. Let me remind, our token BTN based on Base is a part of a pool at Uniswap, and this pool exists quite long period of time. It's a pool in which we have essential amount of liquidity, traders, users that buy tokens from that pool, receive an essential difference of the price for the purposes to make stakings. So actually today, when we showing to you a step-by-step tutorial, we are providing you with the guide how to make the most effective from economical point of view at this moment way of actions, the most effective case. So I think this material for you definitely will be valuable. But let's move to our first slide. So this is, you can see a DEX screener, and this is an explanation about our pool. Our pool, BTN to USDT, based on Base at Uniswap version 4. It means with the possibility to make a concentrated liquidity. Here you can see in the bottom line a liquidity volumes. On the top part of the graph, you can see so-called candles, Chinese candles, sorry, Japan candles. Green means the growth of the price, red means the short position or going of the price down. You can see from time to time that an amount of liquidity or candles in liquidity volume, sometimes really close to the price, because it is true. But for the purposes to understand for yourself and to explain to your users, please do not forget that liquidity and trading volume, it could be different terms at all. Liquidity, this is an amount of assets, both BTN and USDT, added by somebody, by the third party, to the pool on a decentralized exchange for the purposes to maintain transactions and to have all these trades. Trading volume, it's an amount of traders in buying or selling some of these tokens. It depends from which token it starts. So when somebody tried to sell token, BTN, we will have trading volume which could be not exactly equal to amount of added liquidity. But these two terms quite connected between each other. In the very beginning, it was not very easy to understand why on a decentralized exchanges it is necessary to add liquidity, because on centralized exchanges we don't have it. But let's not forget, when we talk about centralized exchanges, these platforms, normally when you see such type of the graphs on your monitors, they are not providing you with the real moving of assets. It's a clearance system. It means that you just see a movie, a picture. It means that inside the centralized exchanges, whenever you have any trading activity, it's just the records in their clearing system, not more. In case with the decentralized exchanges, it's a real move of transactions inside the DEX, and therefore adding of liquidity critically necessary. Otherwise, to execute trading activity on DEXs will be not possible. But please, let's remember, added liquidity not equal in 1 to 1 cent to trading volume. Trading volume could be bigger, and trading volume normally calculated in terms of time and amount of assets or equivalent of USDT, in our case USDT, for certain period of time, 24 hours. This is a normal way how to calculate trading volume. Our pool at Uniswap equal to middle-size pools on this such type of the markets, and because of that, it's could be visible for external traders. So let's move step by step how to work with this. First, how to make a buy, how to buy BTN token at Uniswap. First of all, you can use this link, uniswap.org. You can use any browser except Safari. We recommend you, highly recommend it, not use Safari. Chrome, Firefox, whatever you want to use, but not Safari. Because with Safari, because of closed architecture of Safari, Web3 wallet connects sometimes not correctly. It's some cases, a lot of cases actually, with the caches. So not recommended to use Safari, but all others, no problem. Then second, when you make a click connect in the top right corner and select your wallet, it's here. Depends which wallet you have, MetaMask, Trust Wallet, etc. When we're talking about connection to Uniswap version 4, this wallet need to be acceptable at base. It means if you have a wallet that works for standards ERC20 or BIP20, normally they are accepted automatically. But the most popular, MetaMask, Trust Wallet. Then you need to confirm the connection. Your wallet address should appear as connected. After that, I'm sorry, can we, yeah, mute. So after that, in the swap interface, click the network selector and choose base. It is really important because our token created on a base, and this pool both USDT and BTN on a base. Then select USDT as the input token. Step number 5, click select token, then pass the BTN smart contract address and select BTN. The question is where you can take a smart contract address of BTN to exclude any mistake. This is really important. First of all, it's definitely exists on our social media. If you want to be 100% sure, ask support. Support will provide you immediately with this, with our smart contract address. It is important to use it because be aware of phishers. We already know that some people trying to make fake BTN token and to pretend that they are representative of the project and so on. So use correct BTN smart contract address, and then everything will be okay. So this is the first 5 steps you need to go through to buy BTN tokens. Let's move forward. 6th step, enter the amount you want to swap and click review. On the 7th step, click approve and then make swap. So you will have this picture. Tether, it's actually logo of USDT, and BTN, and our token you do know. Then step number 8, in the wallet pop-up, click confirm. Pop-up, it's this window, small window, that raise whenever you close to the finalization of some transactions. In some cases, confirmation may be required twice. Yes, it depends from different type of wallets. On this 8th step, BTN token from the pool at Uniswap purchase completed. Congratulations. Let's move to the next slide. How to add liquidity. As soon as you have purchased BTN token, so if you understand correctly, we describe a situation when somebody with the USDT on based standard ERC20 start purchasing of BTNs, and these 8 steps that were described before shows how it works in the process to purchase BTNs at Uniswap pool. Now, if you want to add liquidity, to become a liquidity provider, and to earn fees from each and every transactions in the pool, you need to go to the pool, tap on Uniswap, and you will have to make a step 2, click new position or just new. Then step 3, make sure the base network is selected. Always be sure that base network is selected, because everything need to be on a base. 4th step, choose token for the pool. In our case, it's token 1 USDT, token 2, click choosing token, pass the BTN contract address. It's better for you to keep a BTN contract address, smart contract address, or which is the same for the determination of the pool address, in your notes somewhere not far from your working space in your computer or telephone, I don't know. Then select BTN, then click continue. This picture you can see in the right bottom part of this slide. 4 steps. Go to pool, tap on Uniswap, click new position on new, make sure that it's base network, then choose USDT and BTN by using as smart contract address, and then you will be almost in the end of the process. 6, in the wallet pop-up, you need to click confirm to create position. You will see such type of the picture. 7 step, approve BTN spending. It means confirm the approval in the wallet. Repeat confirmation if requested. It depends from the wallet. And 5th, sorry, it's not 5th, it's 8th step. Specify liquidity amounts. You may select max amount or enter custom values. Then click review, then create. All these pictures you have in this presentation. You will receive this presentation after this call, or if you want to, you may ask support and it will be provided for you. I will ask our team to add links to the video guide, how it works, and this presentation in chat of current Zoom. So when we have a Zoom, please take these materials from this chat, download this. For you, it will be easy to use. Then move forward. Liquidity position successfully added after the previous steps, and you will see this picture where you can see BTN and USDT. This is your liquidity position. You can see this mark if it is inside the range or outside the range. Don't forget that pool USDT to BTN created at version 4 of Uniswap, which means possibility to work within the range of the price, and this is a concentrated liquidity option. It means that the level of your profit could be different. In this case, you see version 4, which is name of the variant of Uniswap, and 0.3%. This is the current level in this specific case of the fees that will be accumulated for you as the liquidity provider. Don't forget, here I will do a small pause. Don't forget that from the side of our project, we have additional offer for liquidity providers in terms, in case if you have less than 50,000 of US dollars equivalent scope of provided liquidity, you will have 12% of annual income that will be paid in relevant proportion on a weekly basis. If you have 50,000 and more, then the project will provide you with the 30% of annual income in for actual amount of days when you use your liquidity in this pool, and this again will be provided for you on a weekly basis. On the very first stages, it will be still on the manual level, but after the implementation of our web application, that will be quite soon, next week, we expect this, we will have an automatic remuneration for liquidity providers, in addition to anything else that we have. Here on this screen on Uniswap, you can observe your position in provided liquidity, and let's move forward. How to use the bridge. First part of the presentation was about the way how to buy BTN token at Uniswap pool, then how to provide liquidity, USDT and BTN. You need to have both tokens for the purposes to provide liquidity on your wallet. This is a part how to use a bridge from base to TON for the purposes to transfer your BTN tokens from collected from Uniswap. First step, you need to open this link, bridge.btn.ai. Second, click connect TON wallet, because for the purposes to receive something, you need to connect your wallet. Choose TON Keeper, then select desktop. It's always better to use a desktop whenever you are moving from the base to TON. Then point 3, TON Keeper opens, click Connect Wallet, and after that, return to Bridge Beton AI. Fourth step, click Connect Base Wallet, choose MetaMask, and then MetaMask opens and click Connect. It's important to understand that for the purposes to use the bridge, you need always to have connected your wallet at TON and your wallet at base. In this case, the system will be able to move these tokens from one blockchain to another. So this functionality works almost automatically. And one more important thing. Do not forget that the system mostly works completely automatic, and our system, our employees, members of a team, we don't have any specific mechanic how automatically determine somebody by using the wallet address. because users can use whatever wallet address they want to. And because of that, no one is building some special analytical software. Therefore, whenever you ask support about some cases, please do not forget, if you want to ask support about something, send your wallet address in base, wallet address in tone, and then description of the problem. And only after that, the support will be able to determine your case and to make investigation and to fix the question. Fifth step, in the transfer section, make sure direction is base to tone. Sixth step, enter the amount, how much transfer BTN base to tone you want to make. Seventh, MetaMask opens, please click confirm. Transfer submitted, done. BTN is being bridged to tone. So such type of the notification you will see when your transactions on a bridge finished successfully. How to do staking? I think such type of the things for you more or less understandable, but nevertheless, to complete this block of information, I will repeat this. You need at our application, at Telegram, open the BTN AI app. This first step, of course. Second, on the main screen, tap Add Staking. Third step is tap Connect Ton Wallet. Choose your wallet. Select browser extension. Fourth, your wallet opens. Log in and tap Connect. Fifth step, return to the application, select BTN. Sixth step, enter the amount and tap Add Staking. Seventh, confirm the transaction, enter password and log, send, confirm. Done. Your BTN staking has been successfully added. This is the screen of the main page in our application. And this is actually the whole presentation about the main scenarios that is a subject of our today's conversation. So a couple of important comments. If you want to have everything smoothly and correctly, for the purposes to make a move from base chain to tone, it's always better to use a desktop. Second, don't try not to use Safari as a browser for the purposes to make any manipulations with your wallets, because it's uncommon, quite difficult to make any. It's quite difficult to work with the Web3 applications for Safari. Then BTN to USDT pool at Uniswap, it's a based on base. Therefore, you need always to be sure that the chain base is chosen and active. And that's all recommendation about this. In common, it's quite understandable thing. I mean, it's at least the logic that created in our project, and almost the same in all others when we're talking about the cryptocurrency. So that's it about the guide how to work with the USDT and BTN at Uniswap version 4. It's under the record. You will receive it, this record of this call as well. Let me check if we have links in our chat. Yes, we have link on native BTN contract, Ton network. We have address of BTN contract at base. When we talk about choosing the BTN at Uniswap, of course, we are talking about the BTN contract at base. Don't make mistakes. At Uniswap, just BTN contract at base. I hope that till the end of our meeting, we will have here in this chat this current presentation as the separate document for you, like a guide and memo, and links to videos that we have with the same explanation, with the changing of the screens, etc. So this is all for the beginning of this workshop. I could ask you to unmute everybody, and let's do it this way. If we want to go through the our question and answers session, let's raise up. I will choose the one who is first raise up or visible, and then the question. After that, answer. If you have some interesting question that you want to ask, you can write it in our chat after the all questions from the arms. I will read all the questions in the chat, and by this move, we will move through the workshop. I hope this presentation was for you useful. So let's start with our questions. Mr. Abraham, please unmute yourself if you able, and I'm listening carefully to your question.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, better than I can hear myself.
All right, thank you, Mr. Alvan. That was a nice presentation. Now, straight to my question. Some of us, from your presentation, I'm talking about from the aspect of the bridging from the base network to the tone network, or from the tone network to the base network. Now, some of us have done the bridging for about a week ago, using mobile phone. You know, from your presentation right now, you have just told us whenever we want to do bridging next time, it's good we use desktop. We are just getting to know now. We are privileged to know now. But we have some pending bridge that we've done for over a week now, and I've been writing to the support, and nothing has been done to that. I don't know if there is something to be done for us to either have it back to our Tone wallet, or have it back to our base, have it to our base Web3 enabled, like MetaMask or Trust Wallet. So that's just what I want to confirm. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for the question, and I will start from one important statement. Please, even if you have tokens that staying on a bridge for 7 days, 10 days, doesn't matter, don't think that our team, support team, don't see this. Don't forget, we are working on the blockchains on both sides. And it means that nothing can be lost, and nothing is not visible. Everything is completely visible. We see all these transactions. Unfortunately for us and for all our project, we suddenly find out that Ton as the blockchain and as the ecosystem, not 100%, let's call it this way, because we're still on the tone, so I will be careful. Comfortable, not 100% comfortable, and it causes a lot of really strange influence, and it will be definitely solved when our system will be 100% mirrored on base, because base it's just an EVM that built on top of the Ethereum, one of the oldest blockchain, and there is no questions there. So these transactions, of course, need to be fulfilled in the direction that these transactions were sent. But I can't predict real time how much time it will take to finalize this transaction. As an option, it's completely possible. It's you can ask support if you want to, to make rollout of the transaction back. It means to break this transaction and send tokens back to the Tone wallet. And as soon as we will make all the situation with the Tone blockchain to the base in a normal way, we will, of course, keep you informed. It's possible to solve with certain efforts, but we have certain number of tasks and internal prioritization. It's sad that we have this as a case at all, but this case, I hope, quite soon will be solved and solved successfully. I hope that I did provide you with the answer. Let's go to the next answer of Ainsworth. Ainsworth, I'm listening to you carefully.
Thank you for your presentation. So read this continue on the first on the line of the bridging. All right. So I know that on when you bridge other coins, some of them are instant. Are we ever going to get to the point where it's almost instant in terms of the length of time that the bridging takes? Are we always going to have it taking days to bridge from whether base to ton or ton to base? That's my first question.
If it's possible, let's do one conversation, one question, okay? Because when you ask a couple,
that is my question. All right, so that is my question. Um, will we be the length of time bridging? Because this is one of the things that is I guess most persons that is in the space we understand. I fully understand the project and I see where you're going, but then not everyone is new. It's a lot of persons are new to crypto, and they want to know when they get their BTN tokens, they can get, for example, now in Christmas, they might have been saving it up for a while, and they want it to USDT. Is there a point that we'll be getting it to shorter, or will we always be waiting 10 days to get it into USDT? That is my question.
If we still continue the conversation about the bridge from tone to base, uh, I have to you two answers. I know that it sounds a little bit strange, but even from mathematical point of view, it's completely possible. So answer number one, yes, of course, our team really works and works carefully under the solving of this problem, and we expect to have this solution as soon as it possible. But the second answer, no, we don't know exactly when it will be finally solved. We have some projection, but taking into account that it's an extraordinary situation and we are still in the process of fixing this problem, I think that only future will show us when exactly it will be closed. But we're working under this. And of course, it's not a part, what is the main important thing. This is not a part of the project logic or architecture. And because of that, sooner or later, all the questions will be solved. A team a little bit overloaded because of heavy task list, but we realize that users' comfort need to be in line with the normal level of work, and therefore we will do our best to be in time in all the directions. In the main tasks that we need to develop in the implementation of the concepts of BTN tokens utility and in users experience, I can tell you even more. We have two lines of negotiations with other projects that experienced in building the bridges between different blockchains, and probably we will have alternative option with this. As soon as we will have any essential certain progress in this, we will let our community know. So I hope I did provide you with the answer. Can we go to Next question. It was one hand raised up, but not anymore. Mr. Yakubu. Mr. Yakubu, I'm listening to you. Please unmute yourself.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. My question or my observation goes direct on the vesting. I was made to understand when we started the project that the BTN that is vested will be released after 6 months. I suppose we started the project on 17th April, we have reached that month, that is 6 months. I don't know whether the coin, the BTN in the vesting has been started to be released to us. So that is my observation or my question.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your question, and it's really a good question. First of all, let me remind, vesting means 180 days of completely frozen period and unfrozen of the tokens starting from the next day after the end of this 180 days period. And it means that we have already an amount of tokens that on unvesting process, and the visibility of this token and availability of these tokens will be at web application that starts this month definitely. We already have a final stage of the interface correction, and I think that next week there will be presentation of the web app, and it will include both a functionality to work with your invested tokens and visibility of invested tokens as well. It's quite a careful mechanic, and you are completely right in your calculation. But don't forget that investing process of these tokens going in the way in which every next day after the end of the frozen period, unvested tokens arrives as divisible and possible for withdrawals assets by equal parts within the next 180 days. It means that all this amount that were investing and accumulated during all your time will start unfrozen by equal parts on a daily basis. So it will be in common 360 days period, 180 days of the frozen period and 180 days of unfrozen period by equal parts on a daily basis. So this is the answer on your question. Do we have any other questions directly? Okay. Oh, Mr. Safa, Musa, sorry, a lot of calls today. Mr. Musa, nice to see you here. I see a lot of people that works with us from the very beginning, and it's really great to see you all here, guys. Okay, let me check our chat. Oh, really good question from the site of Olga Suleiman. If I want to provide liquidity, what is the rate of BTN to USDT? The rate of BTN to USDT at Uniswap for the purposes to make a liquidity providing is not constant. It always depends from the current price on the market. If it is 1.11 or 1.9 or 1.12, 1.20, it depends on the moment when you decided to put the liquidity. The most important part you need to remember is that for the purposes to make a liquidity providing, you need to add parts of each tokens that completely corresponding to current ratio in the pool. Because price on a pool, it's a physical ratio of number of BTNs against a number of USDT. And you can see this in the form of price. So you need to add into liquidity a relevant amount from your side of tokens, both USDT and BTN. Then you will be accepted by as a liquidity provider. But don't worry about this, because Uniswap interface helps you in these sections quite good, and it's not so difficult. One more interesting comment about the liquidity providing process. You as a liquidity provider, without using any other additional instruments or mechanics, completely free to make a withdrawal of your liquidity back at any moment of time in the future. And in case of our offer that we announced to you about the additional remuneration for this, it means only one effect. You will stop receiving this additional remuneration. But in all other cases, you are able to make the withdrawal of your liquidity at Uniswap. And of course, it means that you will receive less accumulated fees. From the simple mathematical point of view, receiving of fees as the way of income better than just usage of the price difference, because it's better ratio risks to profit. But in common, you are informed that it's possible to make a withdrawal of liquidity whenever you want. And yeah, okay. Next question. One question, please. If Bitcoin blockchain is not yet developed, how will the game be built if it comes out on the 20th? Oh, Oriel, thank you very much for this question. And you make me smile, because it's one of the questions that we exactly decided and discussed in our team. The game, What's Up? This is the name of this game. What's Up, like watt, the measure of electric power, initially was designed exactly like a hamster's combat. It means that this game is not a blockchain game. It's a game that built on the Telegram as a social media. And this is Telegram application that works as a Telegram application. And it's a simple tab game. Not simple. What's tab? Not simple. A tab game, it's a perfect tab game, best that all other games you ever saw, but it's not a blockchain-based game, and therefore, for what's tab, it's not a big problem that our blockchain still in the development process. But why I'm start smiling? We discussed in the last fourth stream of the development team of this game. We asked them if it's possible to continue development of this game with a deep integration of certain blockchain solutions, like accumulation of the story, a special node that will keep the effect in this game, usage of the statistic of this the game history of some players for the purposes to make some different economical effect in our warp system and so on. So you predict the next stage of the game development that will be available in one at the same time, both in Telegram as a Telegram-based application and on the blockchain. And the way how exactly it will be implemented in a blockchain, it's a subject of our further conversations. And the same situation with the real-world assets solution. These things will be integrated part of our blockchain, but as we mentioned in our early presentations, it's proof of concept, the way how all the entire ecosystem of token circulation may receive a utility background even before the start of the blockchain. For game logic, it's not a problem at all, because for game it's completely enough to be built on top of the social media Telegram. And for the real world assets, it's not a problem at all, because the second part, which is connected to the digitalization of these assets, it's completely under the possibility to be easily switched from one blockchain to another. So when our blockchain will be finished in the initial stage of the development, these RVAs will be integrated quite easily, and we already will have an history of the work and practice of the usage of existing electricity generation for the purposes to have a digital token circulation. So it's not a problem at all, but it's really smart and reasonable question. All right, next. And one more important comment. Up to 20th of December, it will be a presentation of MVP, minimum viral product of this game. So it's not a full-size release with all the functionality, but minimum viral product, how it will be, how it looks, and how it works, what is the concept, how it's accepted from the visual form, how it works, the finger and touch tap mechanics. We will, after the MVP, collect the feedbacks from the side of the community and make then improvements, and after that it will be announced all the calendar of this game implementation. All right, Jesus, muchas gracias for this rocket. Emmanuel Smangua, from the very first beginning, 17th April 25, we have witnessed the growth and transparency of BTN. Because of that, all of these questions will be resolved in due course. Okay. Thank you very much. It was Jose. Thank you. It was not a question. It was thank you for this message, Emmanuel. Ron Thorsen, would it be possible to implement a barometer inside the app that shows how many tokens have been sold at any given time? I think that would be a great feature for us to follow, of course. And we did even twice an attempts to implement this barometer on Ton, and finally decided to be concentrated on our base, based on base mirror, because Tone not the easiest blockchain, and I will still keep myself from some negative marks of this blockchain. Everything needs to be developed in the way in which it's the most effective way. And people who are able to build a good blockchain need to build blockchains. People that are specialized in building of a web application need to build web application. And this is one of the most important announcements from our side today. In our team, we have right now we have two different teams that concentrated on different direction. One will be responsible and concentrated on the work with the users' interfaces, everything which is related with the web application, some special functionality users want to see, barometers, some graphs, interaction with the users, channels, how to jump easily to Uniswap, how to move something. All this connected directly to users' functionality will be under the responsibility of one specific team that works, developers, that works with the web app only, and relevant implementation of users' usability in our project. Another part of the team, actually the one that was involved into building the application before, will be concentrated on the blockchain and artificial intelligence implementation only. So that's moves in a correct direction. Okay. I'm very happy to be among of the members of this great project, BTN, and we are continuing to pray the project to long term. Thank you very much, Mr. Vakala. Ozzy, please, why did the matching bonus can be withdrawn on Ton, since this is the only way I have been using to invite new users to the bottom AI platform, BTN AI platform? Secondly, how do we now convince new users to join the business, as the current users can't conventionally trade? They earn BTN with USDT. First of all, this is a really good question, and let me answer on this. I will be short because I don't want to make this workshop too long. Project BTN AI is a startup. It's a startup on a seed stage, and we are on the final weeks of the seed stage. And the main and the most important part of all our critical algorithms is a placement of our native tokens. So everything that BTN AI in all our offers, in all our presentations, public agreement that we have with our users doing, it's the things oriented and concentrated on our native tokens placement. A staking offer that you have, it's a not staking in classical way, like a lot of people trying to accept, like a deposit in a bank. It's not a deposit in a bank. We are not a bank. We are not a financial institution. It's a way how to make an allocation because of the nearest meanings in cryptocurrency terminology. We used staking not to confuse people with the difficult explanation and allocation option with the gradual rewarding of the early bird risks covering, etc. But the nearest example that you may found in other industries, this is a new created company that goes on a private placement or doing some out of classical stock market placement. They always providing the first owners of shares of joint stock company with some special conditions. So these special conditions in our case is the way that you can see on the presentations. It means that the amount of BTNs you may receive on this presentation growth dependently from the time in which you are within this taking offer. So this taking offer, with understanding that we have a principal amount inside this, we have a graduate growing of the amount of BTNs that need to be placed. It's an allocation of our native tokens. We are not trying even to sell some percents like a bank on the deposits, because as soon as you will start considering everything that we have in BTN AI as the instrument like a bank deposit, you need to start thinking in the terms like banks. If you want to have a fixed percent for your US dollars or gold, you will have something like, I don't know, in Europe, 4 or 5% per year. Then it's completely different. Possibility to make an exchange of BTN into Ton and Ton into BTN, and the possibility to move from Ton blockchain to the base. It's technical things, and our team doing our best to make it happen. But in seed stage, when we're talking about last weeks before opening the mirror on the base in the full extent, payments of withdrawals in BTNs for our sellers and for our users, it's completely logical, algorithmically predicted actions, because we need to have massive amount of BTNs now on the market, because this is the end of the seed stage. And right after the start in full size of our seed base mirror, and increasing of the turnover at our pool at Uniswap, all these situations became to normal. Please do not forget that for sellers, it's still available and possible to make stakings if they want to with these tokens. And we will quite quickly move to the next level of the monetization of these tokens. So couple of weeks and all this situation became to the understandable level. Right, let's move to the next question. How do we get the 10% direct bonus now that we are having, but BTN, is it possible to get it in BTN or only if we stake to ton? Help me to understand so I can help my team. In this case, everything is clear. 10% direct bonus and all actually direct bonus down in 10 lines are completely possible if you doing sales in tons for your users. It works exactly like it was before. In case if you did purchasing of BTNs at Uniswap and then used bridge like we just show you, you may write this case to support, and for such type of the transactions, 10% of direct bonus will be calculated and provided to your users upon your instructions, of course, after the relevant check from the side of our system. After the implementation of our web app on a base, all these processes will be 100% automatized. So don't worry about this. No real sales will be missed. So do not hesitate to contact support. And I hope that support will not close this call because of this, my reference to them. Right. Let's remember that we just finished answering on Afro Society question, and I will ask Emmanuel one more time, as far as I remember. Emmanuel, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Emmanuel.
Hello, good. How are you, Ivan?
As you can see, quite busy talking to people on a workshop. How are you, Emmanuel?
Fine, thank you. And how are you? All right. Thank you so much. And sorry,
No.
am I?
Please continue. We
All
can hear
right.
you.
All right. Thank you so much. And quite an insightful presentation from you. You always come with a smile, even when we have a lot of questions for you, but you always give us that smile. All right. I have one question concerning the matching bonus. Since now we are receiving the matching bonus on a Friday, and the bridging is only on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So it is not a question, it is a request. Is it possible to allow us to do the bridging even on a Friday once we withdraw the matching bonus? Is it possible from your team, the technical side of your team? Is it possible for someone to do the bridge of BTN on a Friday after withdrawing from matching bonus?
Emmanuel, thank you very much for your question. Let's split this on two parts. We don't consider something like possible or not possible for our team, because this is system questions, and this is a process of software development. And actually, all my previous answers were addressed to the answering of this question, that step by step, by normalizing the situation and developing of the software without damaging a high level of priorities that necessary to be in line with our activity always, because we need to have blockchain. It's a huge, massive development in time. We need to have all this integration with the proof of concept things, because all these things push all the system into correct direction. So yes, an answer on your question, it is possible and it will be realized, and realized quite soon. Let's go to the question of
All
Mr.
right, thank you
Melton.
so much.
Thank
Let's
you.
meet in Thailand, Ivan.
Oh, thank you very much for the invitation. You definitely will talk to me in Thailand. This is I can and before Thailand every week, and seems not only once. Thank you very much for your question, Mr. Meliton. Please unmute yourself. I'm listening to you carefully, Mr. Meliton.
Hi, Ivan.
Yes.
Yeah, this is June from Canada.
Oh, June from
Yeah, yeah,
Canada.
yeah. That's my
Very
real
nice to
name,
hear you.
Meliton. Yeah, yeah.
Very nice to
Hi.
hear you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the workshop. Yeah, I just want to clarify about the games. You said you can use other blockchain. So are you saying that the games will be launched before the blockchain? Are we going? Yeah, that's it. Simple question.
Yes, of course, the game will be launched before the blockchain and will be developed in parallel with this. I need to add a couple of words about this game, because maybe somebody will not understanding why we are so concentrated on this what's type game. I will not make some spoilers. I will just repeat one of the interesting history about Hamster's Combat. And that game managed to attract 240 millions of users within 4 months. Yes, of course, maybe we will not be able to repeat the same situation, but gaming industry is so active and so full of active users that even our previous expectation checking of the focus groups that will be attracted for the purposes to start with this game. It's already something about 30 to 40,000 users at the moment. It's before the start of this game, and the amount of users that came to this game and able to execute gaming logic, it's quite essential. It's a good, attractive moment how to make a popularization of our native token. And plus, the only access to this game internal economic will be BTN. The only way how to jump into, to buy boosts, to buy some superpower, new lives, or whatever, it will be possible just by using BTNs. Imagine new 30,000 of users that came to buy BTNs. What will be with the price? Taking into account that we have at current moment at our pool 340,000 of US dollars equivalent in common, it means that even 1% from this amount of focus group may change the price on a token, even on the level of expectations before the new year, in 3-4 times easily. And therefore, I'm
Wow.
saying that this situation that we have right now, it's a unique situation. We will never have such type of the things if we're talking about the price anymore in the future. It's like to be as the time traveler before the decision of these two pizzas guys about usage of Bitcoin, but with BTNs. If you
Yeah, you know.
able can you can check what is the common capacity of the gaming industry if we're talking about simple tab games that you can use in the smartphones, and that's why we will keep our mirror at tone and a Telegram application, and we'll develop, but we will do this in a little bit different way, more stable than it was before, because it will be a really good gate for the utility nature for our BTN token.
Well, yeah, yeah. You know what, Ivan? I'm so happy because you're going to launch the game before the blockchain. Because you
Yes.
know what, we will raise a lot of liquidity. It's of course people will be playing, and they I don't know how what they're going to use, whether USDT, whether whatever credit card and everything, and they can get a digital watch that can be tokenized and uh, converted into NFT, and they can become an investor of a solar panel, and that produce electricity. That's why I'm so happy that I hear that the game will be launched before the blockchain. For the meantime, we're going to use other blockchain, but it can be exported everything to our blockchain in the future. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, correctly,
Wow.
completely. It's exactly that I'm saying. And please pay attention to quite interesting progression of the situation with the native token BTN. Right
Wow.
now, we have a really good proof of concept of staking. A lot of people using our stakings, and this stakings loud and completely visible. And this is the way how the token could be tidied, which is normal for every cryptocurrency market. Then we have a start of our pool at Uniswap with a concentrated liquidity, which means that for liquidity providers who really understand this potential of the situation, it's super comfortable moment to jump into and to receive a good proportion of USDT to BTN and to start earning quite good results as the fees being a liquidity provider and to receive additional profit from the side of the project as the remuneration for the early stage. And after that, start of the game, which is a first booster of the usage of BTN. After that, start of real world assets. It means the NFTs that pledged by the really produced electricity, the commodities in circulation, and after that, start of the blockchain and usage of BTNs as the only currency for the purposes to pay gas. So the only currency to use stakings in BTN in Bitton AI project is BTN. The only currency you can use for the active trading activity at pool at Uniswap, it's BTN. BTN you need for the purposes to jump into liquidity. BTN will be the only currency for the purposes to pay for something in a WhatsApp game, which is a better version, from my point of view, of Hamster's
Wow.
Combat. And after that, real world assets. And when we will arrive to the blockchain for usage in the gas fee, the price on these 21 million tokens only, 21 millions, nothing changed. It will be never more than 21 million. So when is the
Wow.
best time to buy BTN? Today or in a couple of
Now,
months?
now,
Yeah.
now.
So it's logical and it's steps that were initially designed, and I'm happy to say that we are in time with all these things that are real proof of concept. So let's move step by step, and these X's in front of us will be a part of our reality. Natasha Ross, I can't go through this conversation without a couple of words with you. Mr. June, thank you very much for your questions. But
Uh, oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy of what I'm hearing. Thank you for holding this workshop. It's very, very, it's very useful. It's very important for everybody.
thank you for participation. We are ready to make these workshops twice per
Yeah.
week, every Tuesday and every Friday. Let's just determine the correct time and comfortable for everybody. All right. Natasha Ross, please unmute yourself and listen carefully to your question.
Hello, Ivan.
Hello.
I have a question about the game we are just discussing. Are we able, when the game is launched, to referral ourselves as well in the gaming industry?
Oh, it's unexpected question to me because we don't have any referral mechanic connected to this game, but an idea itself really good. We were completely concentrated on building the internal engine in this game, and I have to admit we have one of the best game designer ever. I'm talking about the internal logic of this game, and we try not to publish some pictures about this game now, not to uh, how to explain this, not to make mistakes in visual acceptance. What does it mean? We have last fourth stream, which is responsible for the all the final version of visual effects. What will be the colors, how it will be shown, because it is important in games, top games. A lot of impression is built on the way how it looks, and it's really critically important. If we will use one color scheme and start promoting this, and after that in the final edition it will be some other color scheme, all the efforts you spent for the promotion in the very beginning were just part of the garbage. But after that, the next stage after the MVP presentation that will be next week, it was the feedbacks that we accumulate from the side of the community. We have a focus group of professional players. They always sitting in games, and they may provide us with the answer, guys, this button need to be on the left side, not on the right side, because all the people, they are using right hand, and because of them, this finger better to use in this way. So such type of the things, quite careful, but nevertheless, it's effective because all small things really works. But we want to have feedbacks from the side of our community that we create in BTN AI, because it's integral part of our project at all. And I can admit that from the very beginning of BTN AI project, we managed to build a really good conversation. You know, like in the family, sometimes you're doing something good and you receive support from the side of your family. Sometimes you're doing something bad, you're doing mistakes, and you receive, of course, negative reaction from the side of family. But because it is a family, nobody is running away. We continue moving forward. It's like you can shout on your son, but this son remains your son and he will be always a part of your family. So we receive a lot of really interesting and constructive feedbacks from the side of our community. We mentioned this a lot of times, but I can repeat. Essential, I think more than 80% of everything that you can see as an offer in BTN AI built by the efforts from the side of the community. So we are AI governed, but community powered project. And because of that, if our active community, which actively supports all our efforts in from the very beginning of our project this year, will be deeply involved into the development and popularization of WhatsApp game, then definitely a certain remuneration for this, at least on the level of bridge between the current referral system, then progress in WhatsApp game, and then warp system, and invitation into this game that could be remunerated as well in some way. It's all sounds like a really good part of the common balance system. Because let's not forget that warp system that we have in our blockchain. This is a recording system that includes different number of metrics. And for the purposes to remunerate on a long-term distance our users, it could be as the source of this metric, progress in invitations to this game. And we know how to record all the people that you invite. and how to remunerate people that invite somebody to the project. And having this long-term effect, the more gamers invited into this game, the more users we have. It means the more potential purchases of some gaming logic, boosts, new equipment, new hammer. No spoilers. I just like Thor, and I will not say anything. Something new. You need to use BTN. For the purposes to use BTN, you need to buy this BTN somewhere, or to find this BTN somewhere. So you will go on a pool, and on this pool, people that go through this workshop do know how to be liquidity providers, and they will earn because people will start buying BTNs, and these BTNs will go up. So yes, it's really good advice. Thank you very much, Natasha.
It would drill for me a second world of context.
Yes, yeah, it's true.
But thank you for your answer, Ivan.
Thank you for your question. And Mr. Tawase, uh, let me ask you to ask me the question.
No, why you gotta say my name?
One of the oldest member of our team. I do remember our first conversation. And that conversation was really interesting. Mr. Tawase, thank you very much that you are with us from the day one of our project. And I think that it's really great that you are able to see this progress and development. I'm listening carefully to your question, Mr. Tawase.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ivan, for always being there.
You ain't downloaded this new software to your phone yet? Yeah.
We can just thank you enough for providing this wonderful opportunity to us. From day one, we've been looking at how is this going to be? Where are we heading to, and how is it going to change the world? But you see, we just believe that, yes, for a couple of weeks, you were able to fulfill your promises, be true to your words. And so from there, we know that we are on this for a long journey, and we're ready to be there with you all the way. And thank God, because almost 8 months, nothing had ever failed. You have been very true to your words. And just of recent, with all these updates, all this information, this is showing us that we're not just in just any project. We are in one of the best, what you can call the best. You understand? It may not 100% look like what we want it to look like, but I can say for a fact that we are on the right path. And I can confidently say that we are going somewhere very fantastic. A lot of lives are going to be changed, and we can't thank you enough for this. Even when we prove so stubborn, even when we ask too many questions, even when we want to know, we just thank you for that maturity, that patience to listen to us, to check what we're saying, and then to look for how to make things work and for the best of the community. I must say a very big thank you to you and Mr. Pavel for this wonderful opportunity. I have one simple question, and I'm asking these based on the fact that WhatsApp is going to be on Telegram. It's going to be a Telegram-based game. Telegram is owned by the Ton Foundation, and we're discussing the impact of WhatsApp game on our market valuation. Meaning, we're saying for you to do anything on WhatsApp, you need to go to the market and buy BTN tokens, which to me gives me one of the greatest joy. That's one of the things I've been waiting for all this while. I needed something that would place a heavy demand on the BTN token on the market. I want the Uniswap market to be bustling for buying others so that our value can go up. That's what I've been asking all why. What can we do as leaders to make sure that we're able to command, to place a buy pressure, to place a demand pressure on our token on the market. Now, my question is, what we have on the market is base network BTN. The token, the game is built on the Ton infrastructure. So if I go to the market, I'm also aware that we're having some current challenges with the Thorn Foundation, with their infrastructures and all of those things, and we're trying to move primarily onto the base chain. Now, my question now is, if I go to the market where there is base network BTN, and I want to relate that, I want to use that token on the Thorn infrastructure. You understand? There is a need for us to use a bridge. How do we get that connected together without giving us any challenges, considering the current challenges we're having with Thorn Foundation?
Thank you very much for this question. It's really, really good. But I already answered on this question in previous answers, but I will repeat because it's really important. First, the bridge that we have between tone and base, it's not the last chance to organize any type of the transferring of assets from base to tone and back. We have alternative version of this solution, and we're working under this. The second, and it's really important, don't make a mistake in understanding. The game that built in the format of Hamster's Combat, it's an application on Telegram as a social media, which means that it's just a messenger in which you have relevant application and you can use this application as a game. So that's it. It means that for game itself, not critically important whether BTN that you will use for the purposes to make payments inside the game, it's a BTN based on base or BTN based on tone. Of course, BTN based on tone much more organically, even sounds much more organically, because tone is the open network and the blockchain of the Telegram and everything built on tone. But it is possible to solve in parallel these things, and I'm more than sure that everything right after the start of this game, after the launch of this game, the way how to organize a gateway will be perfect, ideal, because we working under the extreme simplification of it. Because for gamer, we need to have only two buttons. Button number one to receive BTS. Button number two to pay for a new hammer of Thor. But no spoilers. New equipment or what he want to buy there, and that's it. The gamer will not go on a market. He can do this, and they will, trust me, because they are really tricky guys. They create a huge markets from nothing. They paying millions for a gun in Counter-Strike or something like that. They are able to organize auctions, and trust me, in a seconds after the start of this game, they will find out that it's much more comfortable to buy BTN at Uniswap because right now it's a comfortable price on it. And some of them who is working on the level of professional gaming actions, they will accumulate BTNs and they will use our staking offer for that because they thinking about their future needs. They need BTNs now to buy something in the very beginning to have advantage in the game, and they will have the same things in 1 month, in 2 months, in half of a year, and so on. And if they will have the growing amount of BTNs, of course they will be satisfied. So yes, it's understandable things and it's challenges for the project in common, but put attention to one interesting effect. In the very beginning, and you know it better than anybody else. In the very beginning, we had one team, and we work with all our first users, first leaders, always with the open face. We were on a contact, not always available because of the work, but we talk. Right now, we have three teams. One team which works under the blockchain and artificial intelligence, which is completely concentrated on the blockchain building, which is the core part of the project development. Another team of our partners that we mentioned, it's a collaboration with this team and our team that works under the WhatsApp. And we completely synchronized our activity, and this team really effective. And they super professional in building any types of gateways. We agreed with them that BTN is the only token for payments in this game, and that's a completely normal thing. And the third team that works under the interface with our users. That is the beginning of the contact with each of us in our community, because this game that is responsible for interface with our users then will be responsible for interface to validators. And you do remember that one of the tasks in our project is to make possible for each validator to take the phone and to use the phone as a validator point. Can you imagine how much users experience tricky and simple solutions need to be implemented? It need to be super easy and super light version. We need to provide two-button, two-click solution for gamers in WhatsApp. We need to provide two-click solution for buyers of RVA token. We need to provide two-click solution for validators, and it means that everything that you have in our project will be as well a two-click solution. Let's these games, sorry, games. Let's these developers teams to provide with their best results, and we finally, and this is the thing that makes me happy, we finally put correct people on the correct positions. We are not smashing by microscope some stones. We put scientists to work under the scientist tasks. They investigate everything which is related to artificial intelligence. We use best UE UX specialists to work under the UE UX. Game designer doing game design, and that's the correct direction of the project development. And of course, it was not easy way. I completely agree with you that it was a huge challenge, but from our point of view, really successful challenge. I think that if before the receiving of something really exciting, we didn't pay our price of all these nerves, sleepless nights, and so on, the result came to you without correct level of value. So it's a valuable result. And I think that people that work in our community definitely understand this. All right, Mr. Tulasa, thank you very much for your question. Guys, I know that we have some more questions in the chat, but unfortunately, we are too long in this workshop. I think that our next workshops will be shorter, because the more work we have on the workshops, the more materials you receive and clarify for yourself, the less amount of questions will remain. I'm talking about the first level questions. You have here in our Zoom in the chat materials. I see the presentation. You can click and download this BTN AI LP English 2025. This is a current presentation with a guide how to work with the BTN. We have videos. I don't know if Team managed. Yes, we have a video guide that you can download as well. Here, everything that you can see in this chat from BTN AI Master. It's the materials that we talk about. So this workshop was longer than I expect, 1.5 hours, but I can tell you that it was a really good conversation, and I happy to have possibility to answer you on these questions. And next week, and I will repeat the question, next week we will have 2 workshops at Tuesday and at Friday. So from your side, it will be great if you may provide us with the ideas at which time better. We'd like to have one workshop for the eastern part of the world and the second workshop for the western part of the world. So please think about this. If you have any ideas how to organize this, at which time, tell us. We will be able to join at any possible time. Again, thank you very much for your questions, for your approaches, for your efforts in building this project and this community. And we are really, really close to the huge, from our expectations point of view, success. At least we did a lot of interesting and valuable work. So I wish you all a good weeks. Do not forget about these unique advantages that people do have right now when we're talking about jumping into our classical offer by using tones or by the buying of our BTNs at Uniswap. And let's make these things happen together. Thank you all for this meeting. I wish you good evening for those of you who has an evening or good day. For Adam, as for example, wish you good day, and great that you took participation in this call. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Let's stay in touch and keep on moving forward.